Good morning, YouTube fans. It is Wednesday, August 2nd, 2017, 7:40 a.m. And I've had two guests with me for two nights, and the story you're about to hear deserves its own video. So I'm going to introduce you to Rick, who works for a law enforcement agency in the state of Oregon. That's about as specific as we're going to get. And he has an awesome story to tell you, so I'm just going to shut up and let him take it from here.
Okay, well, I didn't put anything together until now. I mean, what is this, 2017? Well, somewhere around in 2004. I
So
had an
13 years ago.
so
Okay.
13 years ago,
Yeah.
I had an interesting thing happen to me, and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh, it's got to be Sasquatch, but I never had an experience ever, so I just threw it to the wind as, oh, it's Sasquatch, as something weird. Well, up in Prospect, Oregon, while on duty, while working, I was with another partner, and we went to a pretty serious call with an armed individual, and he had left the house, and we knew we were going to arrest him, and we couldn't see anything, and it was pitch black, and a lot wooded area similar to this, mixed in with some houses. So I ended up grabbing my thermal imaging that I had at the time to kind of scan the area. And as I'm scanning the area, I see in your typical thermal imaging picture with white hot, not black hot. So white hot was a form of something kind of vibrating a little bit. So I knew it was a living thing because the difference between if I'm looking at a tree and it was hot all day, it was during the summer, trees are going to glow a little bit. They're absorbing the energy. Same thing with around on the ground. But this thing was attached to the tree. So that caught my attention, and I thought it might have been him looking around the tree, trying to see if we'd see him, type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I paid attention to that, and I'm telling someone else about it, one of my other partners.
So it's pitch dark of night. You see
dark.
him in the trees,
Yes.
looking around at you. You
Yes.
know he's got a gun.
Yes.
And you don't want to get shot.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. So we're coordinating on how we're going to get there, and the next thing you know, one of my other partners catches the suspect. He comes out of the woods behind us.
Behind you.
So it wasn't even the same person.
Okay.
And there shouldn't be anybody out there. It's not like someone was taking a walk. I mean, this is somewhere around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And as this was happening, and I was like, okay, well, what the hell did I see? And I put the camera back on the tree, and it was gone. But I was scanning the area, and it was moving. It was moving through the brush.
It was walking?
Walking,
yeah.
Not making a sound whatsoever. And it'd go between one tree and then to another tree and another tree. So it's moving behind these trees.
Uh-huh.
And so...
away from you.
Away.
Yeah.
Yeah, heading to my left, trying to get going. But it wasn't running or anything. It was just moving.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway... I wanted to see, and it seemed to me too, it wasn't a lot of jumping or bouncing or anything. It was just a constant walking, like someone was walking down a road.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I knew there's trees and brush out there. There's no road. There's no path. So I went over there to go look and lit it up with my flashlight, which I didn't see anything with my flashlight.
Right.
But all I saw was this type of
debris
on the ground.
Uh-huh.
Trees, big branches, big brush cover, and smaller pine tree type stuff. And
can you step on some of that debris so we can hear it?
Yeah, so loud.
So if something big and heavy was walking on that debris, you would hear it.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. And that's the part that freaked me out was, first of all, that it was the suspect they were looking for, that wasn't him.
Yeah, he came up behind you and turned himself in. Okay.
Exactly. And the second one, the second thing was that something was moving in there that shouldn't be moving in there. And the third thing was it was walking through this, not making any noise, not stepping over logs. It was just gliding through this brush pile. And I'm like, that's impossible.
Right.
It's literally, what am I looking at? It's literally impossible. I saw something that wasn't there, and someone couldn't walk through that.
Without making noise.
So that was my experience.
Yeah. And it's stuck with you for the last 13 years.
Yeah, I've never forgotten it because it was just the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. So here we are 13 years later, and you've just spent 2 nights in Soya. What do you think?
That it's possible that it was, Bigfoot or some other paranormal thing. But yeah, I experienced I didn't have thermal
Uh-huh.
here, so I
Yeah.
couldn't say I experienced the same thing, but
Right.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you last night, seeing that and then seeing what I saw last night, and okay, it all makes sense now.
It makes sense now. It all ties together now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Rick, Mr. Law Enforcement Officer from the state of Oregon, that is an awesome story to share. The viewers are going to love it. And I want to thank you for coming along and taking the time to share that story with us.
Sure, not a problem.
Okay.